Have you ever had one of those days where you just feel off? You know, anxious, a little foggy, or just totally stressed out? Well, what if the key to changing that feeling wasn't in your head, but actually on your plate? Today, we're diving into the science of mental nutrition.
I mean, think about that for a second. It's a pretty powerful idea, right? When you're feeling overwhelmed, maybe the solution isn't some complicated prescription, but a simple recipe. We're talking about one of the most powerful tools for managing stress, the food that's already waiting for you in your kitchen.
And look, this isn't just you feeling this way, it's a huge global trend. As mental health challenges keep rising all over the world, scientists are starting to look beyond just traditional medicine. They're focusing on the things we can actually control. And a great place to start is with our diet.
Okay, so how real is this connection? Is it just a nice idea? Nope. Let's dig into the actual science of how your food and your mood are directly, and I mean directly, linked.
Yeah, and I really want to stress this point. This isn't some fly-by-night wellness trend. We're talking about a growing mountain of solid, scientific evidence that confirms it. What you eat is absolutely critical for your emotional stability and your ability to handle stress.
So, how in the world can a salad actually impact your stress levels? Well, the answer is in this incredible, intricate network that scientists have called the gut-brain superhighway. Let's take a look at how it works. Okay, so the fancy scientific name for this is the gut-brain axis. But really, all you need to know is that it's a constant, two-way biochemical conversation happening inside your body. The big takeaway is that what happens in your gut does not stay in your gut. It sends messages straight up to your brain that can either reduce or increase inflammation, directly influencing your mood. And here's how that whole journey works. It's actually pretty straightforward. You eat, the trillions, trillions, of microbes in your gut get to work. They produce these chemical signals, and here's the kicker, they produce a huge portion of your body's serotonin, the feel-good chemical. That signal then travels directly to your brain, influencing everything from your anxiety levels to your ability to focus.
All right, so if our gut is sending messages to our brain, what are the best messages we can send? Let's move on and look at the absolute A-listers of this whole operation, your brain's favorite foods.
The research really zeroes in on 5 nutritional powerhouses. We're talking omega-3s from things like fish, polyphenols, that's the stuff in colorful plants like berries, B vitamins, magnesium, and of course, probiotics from fermented foods. Think of these as your brain's personal fire department, proven to cool down the inflammation that fuels stress and anxiety. But it gets even cooler and more specific. Beyond these core nutrients, the research points to a special class of foods called adaptogens. Their whole job is to help your body literally adapt to stress and get a handle on cortisol, which is your main stress hormone. They're kind of like a smart thermostat for your body's stress response. The research highlights a few really powerful examples here: ashwagandha, rhodiola, and holy basil. You may have heard of them. These are ancient herbs that modern science is now confirming are super effective at helping our bodies manage cortisol and become more resilient to stress. But it's not just about single ingredients, right? It's about the whole pattern of how you eat. So let's look at 3 evidence-based diets that are basically a workout for your mind. First up, the famous Mediterranean diet. It's packed with healthy fats, fish, and tons of colorful produce. And you know what? Scientific studies consistently link it to a lower risk of both depression and anxiety. The evidence is just overwhelming. Next is the DASH diet. Now, this one was originally designed to lower blood pressure, but researchers found it has this amazing side effect, a powerful protective effect on the brain, significantly cutting the risk of cognitive problems down the line. And third, just plant-based diets in general. Their power really lies in fiber, because fiber is the favorite food of your good gut microbes, and a richer, more diverse microbiome is just way better at producing those crucial neurotransmitters, like serotonin, that keep our moods stable and balanced. And here's the really crucial part. While these diets all have different names, they share a powerful, common benefit. They are all highly neuroprotective, which means they act like a shield for your brain cells, defending them from damage and stress. It's an incredible shared feature. So, what does all this fascinating science actually mean for you? Let's boil it all down to the essential takeaway. It really just comes down to this choice.
Every single meal is an opportunity. You can either fuel inflammation and stress, or you can build a more resilient, protected brain. This slide lays that choice out perfectly.
So let's recap the essentials. Your gut and your brain are deeply, deeply connected. Specific nutrients and proven ways of eating can directly support your mental health. And most importantly, food is a powerful, accessible tool you can use every single day to make a difference. And that leaves us with one final thought. Knowing that what's on your plate is sending a direct message to your brain, what message will you choose to send today? What will you feed your mind?